Show. It's the Bright Ideas Sports Network. Do you see me, Marcus? You hear me?
What's happening, KFD? Turn it up a little bit, brother. But yeah, I hear you good. Turn it
All
up a
right.
little
Oh,
bit.
there we go. I'm sorry. You hear me now?
Yeah, you good.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, yeah. Well, welcome, everybody. It's the Bright Ideas Sports Show. We back. We missed last week. I had to work. I guess Marcus could have did the show by himself, but he brings the insight, the deeper knowledge. I bring the technology side of everything. So
We're a dynamic duo, man. Gotta do it
dynamic.
together.
I'm wild and all over the place. He's more focused, calculated. His 401k is growing every by the moment. So, what up out there, y'all? How y'all doing? I had a slightly bad week last week, just like everybody else in this town. Minus one game, but hey, we'll talk about that one game in a little bit because hey, that's how it goes. What's up, Marcus? What's up?
Nothing, man. Chilling, man. Voted today. Feeling good about life.
I saw your
Everything
sticker on
good, man.
Facebook. I saw you. I was like, I need to get my sticker. I think I'm gonna do it on Saturday. That's the next time I got off, and that probably might not be so bad. Hey, what we gonna start out with? We gonna start out with anything spectacular? I mean, one thing we can say, we had a good season in baseball, unexpected season.
Yeah.
Overachieved given the benefit, what happened to the pitching staff, but the Atlanta Braves. Yeah, Atlanta Braves. They overachieved, of course, with two starting ace pitchers out of the way. Anything you took away from that you like? I hope, which I know they probably can, but I hope they keep Ozuna because, man, he was money. What you think?
The Braves, I was just thinking about it, man, and the Braves did good this year. Definitely overcame a lot of the injuries to the starting pitching, but the bats woke up. Freddie Freeman had an awesome year.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I really liked about the Braves is that they brought a little bit more excitement back to baseball with their antics, such as leaping out of the dugout and taking selfies. I think that did a lot for baseball to attract younger players. I know that added a little bit of excitement, for me in watching the Braves, and I hope that trend continues. But I think the outlook for the Braves is good. I just think that, once again, they came up short with some mental mistakes, and they just got to get a little tougher mentally because that base running error really cost them.
Oh yeah, man. Two times. Ozuna not. But my thing was, I tried to go back and look. I'm trying to think. Why is the third base coach not making sure that he tagged? Like, hey, you're not on the bag. Just a quick look. Like, hey, you're not on the bag. Like, I mean, that inning we were hot. That just put a damper on it. I mean, it was horrible. I was like, oh my god. And that could have been a clinching game. I think, right? That could have won
That
the
was six.
series for.
Yeah.
Man, we could have.
Yeah.
You can't let a team like that with such powerful bats because when Bellinger hit it, I just kept saying it wasn't only but a moment of time for that was about to happen. I'm talking about, and he whacked it.
But I go back to what I always say. Even though the Braves gave a valiant effort and did a good job, they were up 3-1, and they found a way to lose the series. Every Atlanta team finds a way to lose, and that trend has got to stop.
Yeah, I saw a funny one of those. I told you I see funny stuff during the week. I saw things they slowly replaced 28-3 with up 3-1. So 28-3 and 3-1 both equal the same thing. I mean, were we supposed to be there? I don't know. I think maybe it was supposed to be someone else, but we did our thing. We got there. I think the future's bright. We need to. I think we were injured too. I think Acuna hurt his wrist, and they really didn't lead on. They don't want to make any excuses, but some of the bats that were in the middle order, Darno and Swanson, they kind of slowed down. But I mean, it was a good run. I mean, they gave us something to cheer for because last week it was terrible. It's terrible in this town. But not for two guys that's sitting here right now. Not for two of us. The two of us, we had a great weekend. And if you know what I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about. You do know what I'm talking about. The recap show. Who know? Roll Tide, roll. Woo, baby. Hey, that was, hey, when Buddy fell down and Waddle got tip top track speed, that was it there, brother. What did you say? Alabama, they did what we wanted them to do. The defense crunk up in the second half, because they was getting kind of blitzed there in the first half. Chunk plays were killing them. Matchups, especially with the linebacker was on. What's my man's name from? Is it Zaire or something? Zaire Smith? Zaire? What's that guy's name that plays running back for them?
Rice, Zaire Rice.
Yeah. So he got loose, and that's just the matchup thing. And Bama shored up those. Georgia got some problems, I think. I mean, they didn't use George Pickens Jr. like I thought they should. What do you think?
Man, Georgia came out with strength, with a lot of confidence, man. But the bottom line about Georgia is that, their defense may be pretty good, but they don't have enough offense to keep up with the offenses that are scoring today that are at the top of the college football rankings. You saw that with Stetson. He's not able to make those big-time throws. He just doesn't have – he's just not cut out for those particular things. But what really gets me about Georgia is that they – after losing, go and look at the tape, feel like they just were a couple of plays away from winning the game. And I'm just like, y'all don't have enough. Georgia doesn't have enough. And Georgia was good against teams that were subpar. But when you play a team that's actually got some talent, you see how it turns out. So I feel like Georgia is not the Georgia teams of the past couple of years. Unless they can find some offense, Georgia's going to get beat again because they just don't have what it takes with these offenses of today.
Yeah. I think the defense, they were on the field a lot second half, I think. Don't you think?
Yeah.
So, your defense is great. I think Georgia Alabama's defensive line, we can all say it's not as good as we used to seeing. Like, I don't understand. Kirby played for with Nick Saban. He know – them big boys on the line, they should have just pounded the ball and not put the ball in Stetson's hand like that. Because before long, he was going to make a mistake because Saban's going to adjust. I don't know if he smacked around the defensive coordinator in the second half, but something happened. He, said, I'm going to cough on you. You need to get right. So I just think they should have ran. I think they should have had a better game plan. And when they did throw, I think they don't use George Pickens Jr. like I think they should. I don't know if it was double, triple, the quadruple team, or the defense is rotating on the top of him. I don't know.
Well, I also wonder how well is George Pickens running routes that are, good enough to help this quarterback who's not that great. Basically, is he getting open is the case, is what I'm saying. And with Stetson, you're going to have to get open in order for him to get the ball to you because he's not a quarterback that throws in tight windows. That would get him in trouble because he doesn't have that type of arm talent. But Georgia, even running the ball, Kev, is still with that, man. With the way if Bama had got up 14 or 10 on Georgia, they could not continue to run the ball because Bama was going to continue to score because a defense can only hold for so long. I knew they were in trouble at the end of the first half when Bama went down and got in field goal range with 17 seconds or something like that.
And we hit a 52-yarder. We got a field goal kicker. He curved it in there though. He used the last little inch of airspace on University Boulevard. But hey man, I was watching what's my man's name that does the recap every week with the how such and such fans watch such and such. What's his name? Jermaine Funny Man. He was like, "Oh, a field goal." It was great. But that was our man Marcus's happy moment for y'all, and another happy moment that I think they should have probably save the win for the Braves is them dirty doggone Falcons, boy. They won a game finally. They won a game. What do you think about those fellas?
I think that some powerful statements were made by Arthur Blank after he fired Dan Quinn, and he basically called everybody to the altar and said, "Hey, you better show me what you got for this year and next year because everybody is up for grabs. It depends on the direction that the GM and the new head coach want to go into." So what I think you saw was the effort that we haven't seen in the Falcons, for a complete game. And that's what I'm going to say. You'll see it in halves for the Falcons, But they show effort for a complete game. And just to be honest with you, I just think they got put on notice, man. And I think the coach even put them on notice. I think he went in and was like, hey, we've been doing things a certain way, but hey, you're going to be held accountable, and that could cause you to lose your job. So, you better come and show out. Julio, you got a hamstring. Can you play? Yes or no?
Yeah,
if you can play, you got to play.
Definitely get it together, because I'm tired of playing with these fellas, man. I hear some rumors out there. You've been hearing rumors about Julio going to all these teams. Good move, bad move, or we better do it now before you get too old?
I think that based on the team that the Falcons have, I don't think they have a team that's going to be contending for anything major anytime soon. They need young talent that they can get out there and develop and form a team. And Matt and Julio got the money tied up. So, if you really want to do that, then you need to be committed now, because you need to get a high draft pick to get you another franchise quarterback and build around him for the next couple of years, because it ain't no fun losing when you're spending millions of dollars. So, unless they about to go, 8-2, 8-3, or 10-1 the rest of these games, I mean, why not? If you can get some value for them, get some draft picks so you can get some of these young guys, why not? And I feel confident now we got a GM that might actually be able to pick some talent, and we don't have Dimitroff messing up the draft.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. I was like, I mean, he's got to be Bill Belichick with it. He's got to be Belichick with it. He has to pull the trigger. Like, don't be scared, because, I mean, time changed. I mean, we watching wide receivers that we, used to look at just like how these young guys are now, getting old right before our eyes. A.J. Green, Edelman's getting old. Deshaun Jackson, he's getting old right before our eyes. Every time he run, he pull a hamstring. Like Golden Tate, those guys, it's time that Falcons need to be a part of that movement when we get stars, like get players that are going to make that immediate impact, like a Chase Claypool or T. Higgins. And then they got him out there because, that Big 12 and that Pac-10, they throwing that thing. You know what I mean? It's playmakers out there, and hopefully, we get somebody in here. My dream head coach is Eric Bieniemy.
It's a number 6 and number 17 down in Tuscaloosa that
like the hot, blazing, amazing. Hot, blazing, amazing. Oh, my goodness. That Waddle something else. That boy Waddle out. Yeah, so that's cool. That's cool. I mean, Falcons, I really appreciate you getting the win so we won't be over. But at the same time, look, man, we trying to rebuild. Y'all can't be winning all these games. Don't lie down, but still compete. See what you got on the roster. And you also stole the Braves win. So we really needed that win up on up in Ted Turner, up at was that Truist Park. So moving on, Marcus. I guess college. I mean, you just move over to college. I was thinking about that today. The top picks, Florida didn't really fall all the way out. They still kind of hanging on in there. Georgia only dropped a few, like I thought would happen. Notre Dame. You trust Notre Dame after that Louisville game?
I didn't trust Notre Dame before the Louisville game.
I know, man. Notre Dame, bro, just overrated all day long.
Do they have to play Clemson? Do they have to play Clemson?
I don't know. I have to look at the schedule. Clemson got another cupcake this weekend. Bama got a true cupcake up 75. I mean, there's no game that really cracked to me. I think the only game that I looked at on the standings that we even need to talk about, I mean, because we can waste time talking about it. But looking at the roster, I think it's status quo this week as far as Georgia's on the bye. I know that much.
Right.
I thought one matchup I liked, it was I think that Iowa State and Oklahoma State. That's the game I think may be a little exciting. I'm sure it's going to be the over-under's like 65. I mean,
right.
It's going to be crazy. That one, and it was one more. I think that Coast well, of course, I'm going to give a shout-out to him because I know Tiambe, she's a Buckeye fan if she's out there watching. But the Big Ten is cracking back up. They cranking back up. So I think the game that there are people talking about is that Michigan and Minnesota. What do you think about that game? I mean, I don't know what to think about because I don't know what's going on. And then the other one that I think they were Michigan, Minnesota, and then Ohio State and Nebraska. You give Nebraska a chance against a hungry Ohio State team that was mad that the season potentially got canceled? Or they
Oh
gonna be on
no,
a
they're gonna
mission?
they're
Get
gonna
drugged
get
quick.
drugged.
Do
Yeah,
you
that's
think it's
gonna
going
be
to put pressure on uh, the other teams that hadn't started yet to kind of, showcase what they got when we got teams that are 4 weeks in and some 7 weeks in? Like is it going to be a pressure thing because they don't want to get caught behind the 8 ball and the draft right around the corner? Like you think it's going to be pressure on these guys starting late?
No, I do think it's going to be pressure, and I think the pressure is that they need to perform at a high level and show a good showings in the games that they're going to play. You look at these other teams; it's a lot more games they have to use to evaluate them. So the games that these Pac-10 and the Big Ten actually going to play, the Pac-12 and the Big Ten actually going to play in, they need to show out. So I'm looking for high-scoring blowouts, or if they can do it.
Yeah, I know Ohio State's gonna come out. Justin Turner's auditioning to be a Falcon or a Jet. Did you
Yeah.
see you saw the tweet that I sent to you about? I think it was not tweet, but it was a picture from Trevor Lawrence. He was talking to someone asked him a question. He's like, "Hey, the Jets are tanking. How do you feel about coming out being the first pick and potentially going to the Jets?" Let me read what he said. Hold on. It's one of the gangster slime. I'm like, man, Trevor Lawrence is pretty gangster. He said that he's like, man, I'm not tanking. I'm not coming. Here it is. If you think I'm entering the draft this year, if the Jets have the #1 pick, you're out of your damn mind. The team I'm on right now could beat that trash ass team. Right here on the phone. Wait, here it is. It's good. Can you see it? I don't know if I can blow it up. Let's see. I don't know. It won't blow up. But, yeah, that's pretty gangster. So, I mean, that lets the Jets know not to look at him, but at least they can trade and get some more picks. I don't know. Maybe that's a good – that's good he said that because he may be pulling the Eli Manning on him. But nonetheless, Big Ten, come on in, get into this thing so we can, keep this party going for the year. Down in Miami, Marcus, our guy, we love him. We love him. Is he ready to play? I don't know. I think a lot of times that people think just because the pitcher looks good, you need to put him in. But what do you feel? I feel, me personally, let me start with me. I think this is dumb as hell. Like, why would they take Fitzmagic, who playing the best ball he's ever played,
right?
And the players seem to rally around him, and then you're gonna put in Tua. I just don't understand. I mean, I guess because they see Buffalo slipping, but I don't know what Fitzpatrick has done to. I mean, we know what you're gonna get when you put him in. I mean, he takes some gambles sometimes, and tries to force it in there. But that division wide open. I mean, Miami's defense is good enough to beat New England. Is good enough to beat Buffalo in the next go round because they coming around. Flores got them playing. I don't know. What do you think? I think he should sit on the bench just like Patrick Mahomes did, get a good year, and then maybe get in if the year's over with toward the end. But I don't think they messing up their chemistry bad.
Kev, I felt when I first heard it, I felt the same way. But I got to thinking about it and reading a little bit, man. This basically is this almost not the exact same scenario, but this Jalen and Tua in Alabama. Jalen was winning. Jalen was doing his thing. But I think what has happened, man, is that Miami has seen something in Tua in practice. And I think that they're like, okay, this boy is ready. I also think that he has also won over the team in terms of that they going to support Tua and they want to ride with Tua. I think we don't understand that. And this was the topper right here. They said that when Tua came into the game, the cheers from the crowd rattled the whole press box. This whole city.
How many players? I mean, how many fans they had in there?
It wasn't full. But my point is that this team was ready for Tua, and I think Tua. They're not just putting him in there because he was the top draft pick, but I think they've seen some things that Tua can do in practice that they think. I think that's why they're doing it, because they think they got a chance now. Because Fitzpatrick at some point is going to end up throwing 4 interceptions. At some point he's going to end up being wild like he usually is. So you got him off to an even start. you put Tua in. He'd been able to observe the game. I think it's a good move, bro.
I don't know. I guess they give him extra 2 weeks to get warmed up.
I tell you like this. When they come back, I'm gonna have Tua on my DraftKings lineup. I bet you that. if Fitzpatrick throwing for 4, I know Tua gonna throw for 4.
Exactly. Yeah, man. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to us on YouTube. That's YouTube popping up. Yeah, that's pretty tough. That's a move for the future. And what about this move for now? Woo! Hot trash, garbage, juice dripping out the box. This like hot. It's like how chitlins smell when you come home in elementary school back when we was young, and
like my man said on for Alabama for Tennessee week. He said Neyland Stadium looked like a garbage man truck convention.
That's what it's gonna be.
That's what Dallas looked like, a garbage truck.
Man, you can. I mean, the fact that they still leading the dang on division is ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. Yeah. What do you think? I mean, I think I was listening to Zeke talking. You know, he was apologizing, and now he has to be the team leader of the team. I don't know. I don't think he really cared. I mean, he said what he had to say. Maybe he's just a quiet guy. Maybe I was looking for a rah-rah guy, and you know, maybe he's an action guy. I think he fumbles because me personally, I think he wears those sleeves and them NFL balls so slick. Like you're a running back. That ball got to be on skin so you can feel it. Just like, you know, like when the basketball players come, what they going out there to do? They checking to see if the ball stick good. You know, they trying to get a good feel. Nobody want that fresh, non-used basketball, football. And you got sleeves on, so a lot of times, and he also carries a little light when he catches the ball and has to turn and go. You know, he forgets about the man that he just kind of left. So I think it's an easy fix. I heard a stat that the top 9 running backs above him, the top 4, or at least the top 10 in total, he has fumbled. He carried 100 and maybe 37 or 160 times, and he's fumbled 6 times, or 4 times already this year, and all of them together 4 times. So it's standing out just because it's early in the way against the Falcons. They was just punching it out like a football, like a basketball player. I mean, a boxer. It was pretty wild. What you think the issues is down there, and the defense? Nolan's gonna have to go. Like, I don't think he knows what he's doing down there.
There's a lot of problems with the Cowboys, man, from top to bottom. I think the owner's too involved. I think that him being the GM has always been a problem for the Cowboys, man. Jerry Jones hadn't built a team, a solid Super Bowl team, man, or nothing, and he needs to get out of his own way. And you see this with they pretty much have some of the similar issues that the Falcons had, man. I mean, their whole offensive line is gone. You got your quarterback gone.
Man, he was on track to throw for 6,000, bro. 6,000.
You got all these receivers, and you can't get them the ball because you're playing off your back. The defense, and I think the defense is effort, man. I think them dudes is just out there stealing money, man. They're not running hard. They're not trying to tackle. It's bad in Dallas, man, and they still in the lead in the East. But I don't see them winning much in the future, man, because I mean they play Washington, and Washington put pressure on the quarterback, and I mean, that's what it's going to be. So I just don't see them doing much, man. I don't see them doing
That's
much.
Marcus's service. That's Marcus's public service announcement to let him know that he's going to be picking some Washington Redskins in his DraftKings lineup this week. He's targeting the Gregory's coming back this week. You think that's going to help him at least get some pressure on the quarterback off the edge?
Man, I don't. I just think it's effort, Kev. I don't think it's like a big game, they show up. But then a game like this, they ain't gonna show up for that, man.
Yeah. I mean, I wish him well. I mean, I wish that Dak well. Every time I think about it, I'm like, man, it's just sad that he hurt his ankle on that. But I think the one thing about this, Dak is like on the movie Friday. Craig got fired on his day off. Dak got hired on his day off. Jerry Jones, he went on the little Dallas radio station. I think it's Fox down there. It's Fox Sports, whatever it is. And he almost threw that away. That's a penalty, ain't it? No. He went on there and said, "Yeah, that's a big glaring difference." That right there let me know Dak gonna get paid, bro. He's gonna get his money.
Yeah.
I don't know how much more he gonna get closer to that number, but they may get a little higher. But Dak's getting his money.
Jerry
bro.
finally realized that names don't mean nothing.
Leadership.
His name and the
leadership.
dog.
You look at stats. Leadership. Dak is a leader on that team. Like they miss him right now. They miss him.
Bad. Bad.
So, I mean, hey, wish y'all luck, Dallas. I don't really care, but I wish y'all luck and get it around. I wish the Falcons played in that division, bro. We'll be in the first of place. We need to move us to the NFC. They need to be able to shuffle people just so we can get certain players on TV.
Get some people in there, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, that's cool. We moving up. Up against this 30-minute time block. We're trying to stand an hour because sometimes we can just run out of our mouth. Marcus, it's time to have us something to drink. Sir, can you tell us about this beer?
Man, guys, walked in my neighborhood liquor store. So I got to get a beer for the show. Never had this. Firemaker Brewing Company here in Atlanta. Hazy and Blazed. Hazy Indian Pale IPA. 7.2% alcohol by volume. It has an interesting thing on the back where it talks about the color, the body, and the bite. The color is light. The body is almost full, and the bite is in the middle of smooth and strong. This is a pretty good beer. I tried it, and it's pretty good, man. This is gonna go in the rotation.
It's higher than your midweek beer, that 5.5 range. It's a little bit up there. It's getting closer toward that 10 that you like.
Yeah. But I like this one because I drink one and I'm good. One and I'm good. You know,
you need that with this trash on TV right now. What's this? 7-0, 7-all. At least they tied up. Both somebody scored. I'm gonna see what my DraftKings looking like. I gotta get some of that. I actually look for. I like the labels on these IPAs. They're so easy to just click and make better. What was I about to say? Moving back. Sorry. I was sorry, y'all guys. I was doing something somebody's texting me. It's a short show tonight. I mean, I had to work tonight, guys, so y'all bear with us. Getting ready to do these picks. Let's get it set up so we can do it. And we will be back shortly, like maybe 30 seconds to a minute, somewhere around that range. So we can do these NFL picks and go from there. Bright idea spurts. It's week 7. We got games on. We got a game on right now. Let's just get to it just because we know that's the game that's on. Marcus, who'd you have in this sexy lineup between the New York Jets?
Philly.
Yeah, Philly. Yeah, Philly. Philly. I had him too. Daniel Jones in the red zone, throwing off the back foot, not setting his feet. He's had a bad second-year regression. And they say like it's because what's his name? Saquon's not there, but it's worse. They got a little bit of it. Their defense is decent though. I like the defense. They just don't have the offensive continuity. So Philly just a little bit better, a little bit more experience, more veterans. Just happens that way. Our guest just came on, my bro-in-law. Let me cut to him. Let me put him on the screen. Hold on. Ping Hill is in the house. Let's put him up here on the board. He's gonna be representing and picking with us with the picks tonight. Ping, we just did the Eagles and the. You hear me, Ping? I don't hear him. You hear him, Marcus?
No, I don't hear him.
I don't know why we can't hear him. You hear me? Hello? I don't hear you. No volume. I can't hear you. We'll get it fixed. He's in the other room. I don't hear you, Ping. Turn your music or something on. Going back to me and Marcus. Same thing here, Marcus. I chose those two. Pretty easy pick, but anything can happen in NFL. Hey, man, how about this one? I like this one a lot. DraftKings, it's got a lot. Not that one. Oops. This one right here. I like this one a lot. Sorry. Oh yeah, DraftKings,
Yeah,
all kinds of ways, all kinds of ways, all kinds of ways. Ping, you there? I don't know. I'm trying to hear him. I can't hear him. I don't know why we can't hear him. Why would it be muted? I don't know. Let's see.
You muted?
Ping, you in there? You here now? You hear me? No, you don't. But I don't hear you. That's weird. I don't know why we can't hear you. So you can come in the room with me whenever if you want to. But yeah, so this one right here, Marcus, I think Green Bay's gonna come back. Roby's gonna shadow Devontae Adams, but what's Aaron Rodgers is gonna spread it around the field. What do you think?
This is another Tanyan week for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tanyan is gonna blow up. But the one player from this game, I'm picking Green Bay, but I'm looking at my man Aaron Jones. Yeah, Aaron Jones.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for Aaron Jones to get about 200 this week, man.
200 rushing or 200 total?
Yeah, 200 rushing. It's gonna be ugly, Kev. I'm telling you.
Hey, I'm going out. I'm telling you, that's the Chargers. These are the two games that I'm looking at, and with a little sprinkle of the Washington game.
I read a stat that Houston's defense is the second most, gives up the second most yards to running backs out of all the teams in the NFL. They're the second most.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
but
that's what I said.
That's what I'm saying. But it's going to be a house. I think the over-under is what, 57 or something like that, 55.
Yeah, 56.5.
Ridiculous. That's ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. So I mean, I was looking for a shootout, but if you guys play DraftKings, y'all better look at this game. You better come with some stacks, with some comebacks,
Right.
Moving on to the next one. So we kind of agree with that. Green Bay taking that one pretty easy. Another game that I'm kind of interested in looking at is this one right here.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert's amazing. We were feeling sorry. Yeah. The second week we was feeling sorry for Tyrod Taylor, and now it don't feel so bad. I mean, hey, we know how Tyrod play, and Tyrod don't play like that. Hey man, Tyrod, man, look, Joe, go on ride on into the sunset like AJ Green and these fellas doing, taking these last little bit of checks, man. Go on, be a backup. Call Charlie Batch. He'll tell you how to be an adequate backup, how to hold a clipboard, right, how to turn your hat. You know, you got to have your hat turned when you do the clipboard, and you got to be real animated when you're sitting in the signals. You know what I'm saying? Look, he get a play. I mean, he dating Drea. You know he dating Drea, right? Drea Michelle. Yeah, that's his boo. Oh, wow. I got the Chargers in this easy, and I got Justin Herbert throwing for almost 400 yards. What you got?
Yeah, I got the same, man. I'm with the Chargers. I think Herbert's gonna have a field day.
And also
look out for what's his name, Jackson. I think Jackson's gonna have a good game.
Oh, Justin Jackson.
Justin Jackson.
Did he go to Tennessee? Is that the same Justin Jackson?
I don't think so.
I don't know why. Kelly went to UCLA, right?
Right.
Joshua
right.
Kelly. Okay, so he just moved down the highway. So easy pick. See Ping pulled up. Here he is. We got him back now. You hear us now, Ping? We don't hear him. That's the thing.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Okay, we hear you now. Yeah, we got you. You on there? You hear me? You can talk. We hear you talking now.
How do you? You can hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you. All right, so we just did a little quick. Who you got in this game right here? We let you see it real quick. Get your guest opinion.
Nice to be on the show.
Yeah, no problem,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Welcome. What do you think? Who you got in this game? Who you got on this one? I don't know if he hears us. Maybe not.
The Eagles. I think I got Giants.
Do you see the bottom? Do you see the bottom says the Chargers and Jacksonville Jaguars?
Oh, game. The Chargers got it.
All right, cool.
It wasn't.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
He was on a delay. He was on our delay.
No, I
view.
think he might be watching it on. I think he's watching on Facebook, and he's talking on his camera, so it might be delayed. All right, we go to the next one. We go to the next one. It's gonna be fast. I still think that, people playing these guys pretty tough. Marcus, what you think?
Man, that zone defense is shown to be a stop of the air show. But I think Kansas City has Patrick Mahomes is disciplined enough to check down the Kelsey and Carl Edwards-Helaire. I think it's going to be
and the newest weapon, Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon Bell.
Oh, God.
I think Kansas City going to beat the Broncos.
Ping, who you got in this one? I think he's there. He's going to have a little delay. Yeah, I think his screen has frozen, Marcus. He'll come back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be – I mean, I just don't think that they got enough. There's Ping again. You there, Ping? You hear us?
Yeah, it's just delayed. I don't know, man.
That's all right. That's all good. Who you got in this game? Denver or Kansas City?
Kansas City.
Easy. You got an insight? Le'Veon Bell? Don't you have Le'Veon Bell on your fantasy team?
Nah, I ain't got.
He got the kicker, Mark. He got Butker. He was killing him other night. That's good. That's good. All right, next one. Moving on. Marcus's favorite quad team. Here we go. Cut to him. There you go. That's a tough one. I put that so far down on my office football pool. I put that at like 2-3. I know I did. That's tough. Two smart coaches know how to win, know when to run, know when to throw, know how to motivate. I don't know. It's a lot of weapons. I think Pittsburgh's run defense is enough to make Tennessee one-dimensional, whereas Pittsburgh offense can run and throw. You think?
Okay.
So,
yeah.
And Tennessee's defense, Malcolm Butler, i.e. former Patriot, I mean, he made some plays, but I think the talent that he was playing was not the greatest. Now they're going to get a team that's got some up-and-coming stars with Claypool. Deontay, I get a concussion every tackle. Johnson. Washington got a couple steals last night. Juju, I don't know when he's going to wake up, but still, he's there. He's a threat. He's going to take run a safety to somebody off from the slot. But I'm going to go with the experience of Mike Tomlin, and I'm not going to go with King Henry. I'm sorry, Derek. I know I love you, but I'm not going to go with King Henry.
That was a long commentary there, Kev, to convince yourself to go with Pittsburgh. I don't need that long. Pittsburgh is good. This is going to be one of the biggest, the strongest defenses that Tennessee has seen. And I think we're going to see Ryan Tannehill come back down to earth. Pittsburgh's secondary with Minka and all them guys are pretty, and Hayden, they're pretty good, man. And I think that, like you said, Pittsburgh's run defense is going to cause Tannehill to have to win this game. And these guys can play a lot, the defense with Tennessee. And I think Big Ben and them is just running on some type of automatic right now. So I'm going with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Ben's looking pretty young right now. We got ball chat came in a little while ago and told us what's up, fellas. So Ping, who you got? Steelers versus Titans, brother.
I'm gonna have to go with the Steelers, but I'm not gonna sleep on Ryan Tannehill either. I mean, Corey Davis is it's his first game back since like the first game, I think, and it's gonna be nice to see how he displays his skills and how gone from his injury. And the run defense he's just gonna hold him off, and Derrick Henry might have one of those breakout plays, and just don't sleep on them.
Yeah, this is a playoff atmosphere type game, so it's going to be pretty intense. I really wish they switch it and put it a little bit later, but they want to see Russ and Young Legs go at it. Bow Legs go with it. So that's going to be a good one. sloppy game last week, but these guys do have to play. Cam looked bad last week. He was off. Routine probably was off. Zoom call meetings. It probably was just. I think that I charged it more to that. I mean, when Cam's off, it's like sometimes he just barely overthrow people. But he was bad last week. 49ers, no Mostert going up against a defense that's known to take 28-3 against Mike Shanahan. They already in his brain before the game started. They got to fly all the way across country again. They got a lot of miles. They've come over and played what? They played Giants and Jets, right? And they play both. And yeah. So yeah, it's a lot of travel. I think Patriots get it back together. They get Cam dumping it off the right way, playing the Patriot way, and they get a good win. And I want Damian Harris to get a little bit of love. I want him to start getting some more touches. I'm an Alabama guy that's finally getting his due. Out of the 3 running backs, I mean, and I like what's my man, Burkhead. Burkhead's the perfect person to pivot when you're playing fantasy. When all those guys are hurt, like he's gonna have like the most craziest fantasy day ever. But Damian Harris, he's a running back. He's not a gadget back. You know what I mean? He can run it off. Michelle hadn't lived up to his hype, this first year. But anyway, I still think the travel and going across country, I'm going with New England.
Yeah, I got New England, man. It's pretty easy. I think just coaching. I think Bill Belichick is going to scheme pretty good for Kyle Shanahan. So I'm going with the Patriots. They mad. They want to win. So.
Yeah. Ping, your home team. You got the 49ers, brother. What you got? He's frozen again? I think he might be frozen.
No, yeah.
You see him? No, I think he's frozen. All right, cool. Going on to the next one. Terrific Tom. He's doing his thing, Marcus. He's doing his thing. What do you think? Pick. There it is. There go your pick. Sorry.
I had picked the Raiders initially to upset the Buccaneers.
You're going to have to disagree with that.
What's that? With the Raiders? Ping. Oh, okay. Keep going, Marcus.
Yeah, I don't know if the Raiders' whole offensive line is in the COVID-19 protocol right now. So they hadn't practiced all week. So
I didn't even know that little bit of information.
Yeah,
so we're trying to say it's going to be a Mike Evans DFS weekend?
I think it's going to be a Buccaneers get 1,000 points on defense.
I think no offensive line. That's definitely a Darren Waller kind of day. Quick throws over the middle, slant. I didn't know that information. Now that I know it, I'm going to go with the hot Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's pretty. Even though they're traveling to Vegas, that's pretty formative if you got backup blockers playing against the aggressive defense. Best defense in the NFL this year, or the Baltimore Ravens? Which one you think?
I think the Steelers got the best defense, man.
So 1, 2, 3: Steelers, Buccaneers, or Baltimore?
Steelers, Ravens, Buccaneers.
Yeah, close second, third. Fourth, I'll take the Chargers. I like the Chargers defense. Yeah, they're pretty tough. But Denver has a really good defense. They just stay on the field too long. They eventually kind of get beat. Marcus, your team. Ping, I'm sorry we didn't get yours. I don't know if you keep delaying or not. Who'd you like between the Tampa Bay and the Raiders?
I would like the Raiders to win, but realistically, I think Tampa Bay is going to win without the O-line.
Yeah, it's definitely
going to be tough.
A tough one. So living in San Francisco, you're a 49ers or a Raiders fan?
I'm mainly 49ers, but I still want to root for the Raiders.
Yeah.
They're like right across the bay.
Right across. I know y'all miss them because that crowd, that's crazy. Marcus, your team. Don't take off what's obviously right there in your face. Your team, the Bills.
It is the medicine that the doctor ordered after the 2-week losing streak. Buffalo. Come on, Buffalo. Everybody gonna eat.
If y'all trying to keep up with Fitz Magic and Tua, this is a game you got to keep up. You know?
Everybody gonna eat another, baby.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a Stephon Diggs deep ball central. Ooh. Man. That's a good DFS. Oh. I wonder but that might be heavily owned. I hadn't looked at the ownership projections on Awesemo.com. Shout out to Awesemo.com.
Hey,
Shout
I
out
don't
to
even care, kid.
oh.
Hell with that. I want these points.
I got you. So that's an easy one. Ping, what you got, man? Man, why is Carson
got
Wentz
the
running
Bills.
backwards against them? Oh, that was terrible. He said the Buffalo Bills, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. NFC South, Ping, welcome to the NFC South, brother. We're here. You know, this is what we do down here. We got these guys battling. Teddy Bridgewater knows the complete offensive playbook of Sean Payton. He knows his tendencies. He knows his calls. Do we get an upset in the Superdome? Marcus, you first.
I don't think so. Off a bye week, I think the Saints went into the bye knowing they had problems, and I think they may have worked on them. So it'll work for a little while. So I think that the Saints going to beat Carolina Sunday. It'll be close, but they'll beat them.
Michael Thomas back. Big game or just a medium-sized game?
Nah, he'll have 10 catches because Drew going to force it to him. And Carolina defense that really can stop anybody for real.
Ping, what you got? Carolina or Drew Brees?
Are you sure? I thought he injured his hamstring.
Who? Michael Thomas?
Yeah, Michael Thomas.
I heard something about that in practice. You know, this one is bad. He is bad. Slant boy, you get better, slant boy. Come on, slant
boy.
Listen. So I went to my New Orleans insiders, right? You know, I got people down on the bayou. So I was like, hey man, is it true that he smacked the backup quarterback, Taysom Hill? It's like, no, he smacked the quarterback. And I was like, what? This is from my beat writer Colin Herbert, and and he says, no, Gardner Johnson told him, he called him slant boy at practice. I love it. The greatest thing ever. Man, bro, he got 1,700 yards last year in slants.
Slant boy.
Spider-Man don't have that many diagonal lines on his suits. How many slants he ran?
Right there.
So yeah, I say the same thing. I even though Teddy still hasn't amazed me with throwing the ball deep. That's never been part of his repertoire. You got to throw it deep to beat them, because if you want to beat these Saints, because they're gonna gamble, be out of position. I think they can cover anything up under them. So I got it. Yeah. If it gets tight, give it to Latavius Murray, and they're terrible against the run. They gotten better, but they still can get run on because Gurley got him for some yards too. But same way. Who you got? Ping.
I'm gonna have to go with the Saints. Just so much Drew Brees and Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, he's gonna have a big game. He's been cold these last couple of weeks. Next game, quick one. Bears. Are you surprised that they're 5-1, Marcus?
Yes, I am. I really am. Their defense has surprised me in terms of how well they have played over the past couple of weeks. I think in this game, I don't think that the Bears offense is going to have enough to keep up with LA. I like the Rams in this one.
You know, I don't know why the Bears didn't make a run at Le'Veon Bell, because that's the one piece they need, a running game. So, I mean, Nick Foles is going to manage the game enough to keep you in it. I think the Bears make the games ugly. And the Rams were in a game like this with the Giants and with the Buffalo Bills. And now they're about to come off with the same type of defensive line that they're used to, forcing the issue. They're going to have the same thing running after Jared Goff. And Jared Goff, just like up in Minnesota, he give him a little pressure, he's going to throw a pick. And Eddie Jackson. Eddie Jackson. You know it. Eddie Jackson. I got Eddie Jackson. That's my prop bet. Eddie Jackson picks one off, takes it to the house. I got the Bears. Ping, what you got?
I think this is going to be like a big defensive standoff with both Aaron Donald and Khalil Mack, two greatest edge rushers in the league.
Mm-hmm. And he definitely can do that.
Yeah, Chicago, I think, is just going to pull out in garbage time.
That's why I say make it ugly and then they win. That's what the Bears. I think that's their goal. Make it nasty and grimy and then come try to win it. Used to be the Bills, Marcus. That's how they used to do. Does Joe Burrow? This is the first team to see each other in less than 8 weeks. Joe Burrow gets to see the Bengals again. Last time he threw the ball 61 times. He had to put his shoulder on ice. He had to get a shoulder transplant. I don't even know how I guess you can get a shoulder transplant. Yeah, you can. I forgot. Just changing the head of the bone. But Cleveland, time to panic. You know, hey, it was all good when we was 4-1 and, you know, on top, looking good. Panic button, Marcus?
Nah, man, I think Odell hit it on the head this week when he said that they beat bad teams and they lose to good teams. And Cincinnati is a bad team. And Cleveland has enough to beat bad teams. And their defense is going to cause some problems with Joe Burrow and him trying to scramble. I think they do have a problem, but this week they won't have a problem at all. I think Odell and Landry have a good day this week. So I'm going with Cleveland.
He doesn't look for Landry much, though. I noticed that. He don't focus on him. Doesn't focus on him too tough. Ping, what you got?
I'm going to go with Cleveland as well.
Yeah, I'll say the same. I just think it's more still some fantasy, some numbers there. Not the running game for sure, but definitely Drew Sample, Marcus. Tight end, you better watch him. He gonna catch one this week. All right.
No, I actually Kareem Hunt gonna have a good game this week.
Oh yeah, he had 24 points like in fantasy last time. Garbage and more garbage. Dallas and the Washington. I think Washington's defensive line is gonna get after Andy Dalton, but. I mean, at the end of the day, they got better playmakers on Dallas' side. I'm going with Dallas.
Dallas can't score, man. They don't have – their offensive line is the concession stand dudes feeling. I think Washington's going to put way too much pressure on them, and I think it's going to be bad for
Mr. Chase Young gets him about 2 or 3 sacks or 2.5.
Yeah.
Why is he running for his life every play? He threw a pick. Oh Lord, that was terrible.
Yeah.
Ping, what you got? Cowboys, Washington. Still there? He's not there. Okay, we see. Gotcha. Getting toward the end. Marcus, home team. Do we get 2 in a row, or are we gonna lose like we're supposed to so we can get some draft picks, or are we gonna trade Julio and get some draft picks?
I think the fire is still lit underneath these guys, and I think it's going to be a good game. But I'm picking Detroit because they're coming off a bye week, and no, they're not coming off a bye week, are they? No,
they played last week.
Yeah, that's right.
Against Jacksonville, I think.
I think the Falcons still got a fire lit up on them. I won't go with the Falcons this week.
You're going with old Raheem, Coach Raheem with the hat. What you got there, Ping? Is he there?
Well,
what you got there, Ping, for Falcons and the Lions?
The Falcons.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm gonna go with the Falcons. I'm gonna try not to bet. I wore the hat. I don't know if y'all see it. Hold on a second. Let me see I got my dad cap. My dad cap. Yeah. All right. So next one. Last one to pick. I don't know. I guess that graphic didn't work. Battle of the Birds. Mr. MVP to be versus the future of quarterbacking.
This is who's coming off a bye. And for some reason, DraftKings got Tyler Lockett way underpriced.
And they finna feed him.
And Patrick Peterson going to shadow DK Metcalf. So this is going to be a Tyler Lockett show. He's going to be running loose, running wild. I got the Seahawks winning big against Arizona.
Shootout or a blowout?
I think it's going to be a shootout in terms of Seattle will get up and the Cardinals will come back.
So your theory of D-Hop didn't go off this week, last week, he going off this week?
I feel it, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But yeah. Kirk, think he going to get open like that and you can throw the ball on Seattle?
Nah, I think it's going to be a D-Hop show. He was quiet last week. I think he's going to have a showcase of 10 catches, a couple touchdowns.
Okay. Ping, what you got? West Coast, that's your side of the town.
Yeah. As much as I hate to say it, I'm going to have to say the Seahawks. Just too many offensive weapons.
Yeah. They can outscore. I mean, you can be watching a game in the first half with Russell Westbrook, and You're like, man, they got Russ tonight finally. And then you wake up in the morning, they won by 1. Like, he scored 25 points in the second half. That's crazy. So, I mean, I really appreciate Russ for his greatness. I'm sure Sierra does too. You know, that's their boo. You know, y'all, good shout out to Sierra and Russell Wilson. I always say Westbrook. I think I say it every time, Westbrook. So, Ping, we appreciate you coming on, bro. Ping's here for 3 weeks, so maybe Ping will do the show and do the switchboard, Marcus, so we could talk and just be normal. One other thing, Marcus, we didn't. That's what y'all was uh-ohing about. Who was that? Slade? A Shepherd. Oh, turf toe. All right, Ping, we'll holler at you, brother. Marcus, anything else? What you got this weekend, brother?
Oh man, you know it's Tennessee week, so we getting ready.
You got your cigars? You got your cigars?
Yeah, sure. I'm ready to go.
About what quarter? You going like maybe 2 minutes into the second quarter? It's over. Because I see 28 points before halftime. What you got?
Yeah, it's going to be 30, 31, 35 points before halftime for Bama.
Saban gonna put our man on the bench so he don't get hurt because Mac Jones. Mac for Heisman, by the way, y'all. Mac for Heisman. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I think we'll get the youngsters some reps this week.
Yeah, we need to. I want to see the young Brett, what's his name, from California get some love. So, man, that's all I got, Marcus. I know it's late. We did it in an hour. That was perfect. Hence, Marcus is our content editor. Normally comes around Wednesday morning. Hey, show ideas. Hey, you really want to talk about that? And then I put it together, and, of course, I do something that he didn't even ask, and I had to say, hey, I added this slide in here, so. But shout out to Marcus for being pliable, and you know he's a dynamic duo. He definitely is. So I got nothing else, fella. I know you about to watch the rest of this. Probably drink your beer and enjoy the rest of the evening. Shout out to y'all for watching us. I don't think anybody's watching right now because most of our viewers watch later. So we'll get you going. Bright ideas. What'd you say?
They're probably watching the debates right now.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing. The debate's on, so we're going to pull that up. I got the multi-view on my computer, so I can do that. So, Marcus, have a great weekend if I don't see you. Love you, brother. Shout out to the Spell House homecoming that was canceled. That hurt. That hurt really bad. That hurt bad. But 2021, I have a feeling everybody's going to come home, and it's going to be something that we've never seen before. So, shout out to Spell House. Sorry. Shout out to that. So, Marcus, I'm going to holler at your brother. Bright idea. Peace.